Hansbrough missed the free throw, went back up for the shot, and then gets taken down.
He got punched in the face by Gerald Henderson.
Intentional foul, and Tyler's nose is bloody.
That's hard to believe. 14 years to the day. 14 years ago today. That seems like it was yesterday. Right?
I got Hey Woody. We got a little Hey Woody in there.
Yeah, it was a little Hey Woody right there. Yeah.
Got a little Hey Woody in there. How about that? All right. 14 years ago. And look who's on the show today. Right here, making his second appearance on Packer and Durham. We went and found him.
Yeah.
Tyler Hansbrough joins us. It's unbelievable. We called you on an anniversary. How about us, huh?
Yeah, it does feel like yesterday, but, man, it's crazy how fast time goes.
By the way, when you got punched in the face, even though my dear old dad said, no, that wasn't a punch. Yeah, it was. He got punched right in the face, Billy. What are you talking about? When that happened, Tyler, when you got it, was that like one of those senses of shock? Like, I can't believe that just happened? Or was that one of those, hey, I knew it just happened, and I want to go wear somebody out? I mean, do you remember the moment when that went down?
Yeah, I remember, obviously shooting a free throw, and when I got my rebound off my own free throw, I'm not sure if I did a pump fake or what, but I remember going up and then just getting drilled, and I didn't see the defender or who it was. So when I went down, the hit initially didn't hurt as bad as it looked, but when I was on the ground, I checked my nose and I could tell I was bleeding real bad, and so I was pretty upset. So I got up, and I think I was going to go after the wrong player. I'm not sure if DeMarcus Nelson was in there yet. So I thought he did it for some reason. And so I was ready to go after him. But looking back, I'm glad I didn't do that for multiple reasons. But, yeah, looking back, Gerald got me pretty good on that one.
Yeah. Have you had a conversation with him about that moment? Have you ever had to talk about, hey, dude, what was the story there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Gerald admitted that, emotions got the best of him. And, we've all been there. But, for years throughout the NBA, every time we played against each other, I said I was going to get him back. And I never got him back. And I do regret that. But I know Gerald. We're over it. We're both highly competitive. But I still want to get him back one day. So
that's classic. Unbelievable.
Maybe we just get him back on the golf course or something like that. Is that the way it works out? Maybe just a tee-ball on a $5 Nassau or something like that? Is that how it comes?
I don't know. Gerald's going to have to give me a lot of strokes. I heard he's pretty good. So, I'm willing to go there too.
Hey, Tyler, eye for an eye, man. Don't be playing all that nonsense with, hey, I'll buy you for a barbecue. No. It's an eye for an eye with a fight like that, man. Ain't no way you're doing that deal, right?
I agree.
Yeah, that's how you do that deal.
All right. Okay, typically you're playing pro ball in China. What's happening here? How come you're in the States? What's going on?
Yeah, so I'm still going to be playing. COVID and some other issues. It's hard to get places. So right now I'm in Chapel Hill just training and kind of waiting to see where I'm going to be playing. But I'm still optimistic and I have a lot left in the tank, but I'm around Chapel Hill enjoying it, and I watch UNC play every once in a while. I'm also doing a podcast like we talked about before with a buddy of mine from college, and it's called Sleep Hawk Worldwide. We cover UNC. We cover everything, current topics. We also cover the Bachelor series, so we discuss that, and we go into insights to each relationship and the dynamics of each relationship. So it's pretty good stuff.
Are you kidding me, Hansbrough? Seriously. I mean, we start this interview with it. We start this interview with, hey, I'm looking for my nose on the ground. I'm playing Duke. I'm going to go ahead and wear somebody out. I picked the wrong guy. And we go from that to the breakdown of The Bachelor. What happened in a matter of 5 minutes in this interview? Where did we go?
Well, I think we all have a Tinder spot, and it's one of those, we all have like the show that we all kind of watch. My mom got me on it. She was watching it, so I was like, I'll give it a shot. So it's something that me and my mom started watching, believe it or not. We started we started discussing it. And so originally the podcast was supposed to cover sports. And then so it was a slow day. So I decided to talk about The Bachelor. And then for some weird reason, we got more feedback and more like, hey, we want more coverage of The Bachelor. So now we're full in on The Bachelor. And this season, The Bachelor is actually local. He's from Raleigh.
Right.
So we've been covering it a little bit, and it's been kind of fun.
Have you found yourself being tougher on the fact that The Bachelor's a Wake Forest guy? That you got a little Tobacco Road love there, or you give him a little slack on that?
We usually give Wake Forest people a little slack because, there have been some tough times. You're not too competitive all the time. But he did make a joke about UNC to one of the girls, but she went to Carolina because there's a Carolina girl on there. And then so after that, we took everything off the table. We let him have it. So we've been going at him ever since.
Off the top ring rope.
See, Pack, like you try to tell people, like Packer, you try to tell people Wake's the Swiss. Everybody pulls for him, but when the Swiss uprises, there's going to be a problem.
Well, nobody hates Wake Forest. I mean, seriously, everybody, when the Deacs have a down year, you're like, oh, they'll come back. Nobody hates Wake Forest. They're the only school in the ACC that doesn't have an enemy. They really don't.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were pretty good when I was in school. Jeff Teague, James Johnson, they gave us an L. And but I remember my freshman year, Eric Williams from them. He was a strong. He was a load down in the paint. So I agree with you, Pat.
Yeah. By the way, Tyler, how weird is it to watch Duke and Carolina this year? I know you got all kinds of stuff going on, but it has been a weird – I mean, listen, the whole year has been weird anyhow with COVID, and everybody's gone through it. But to see both of these teams at times struggle to the point that you go, man, it doesn't even look like Duke. Man, it doesn't even look like North Carolina. Now we get this showdown again coming up on Saturday, and really Duke playing for their postseason lives. North Carolina's got a little bit better situation given the win a week ago against Florida State. But how weird is that as a former great seeing both shades of blue kind of going through really uncharacteristic seasons?
Yeah, it is unique. But the one thing, I think Carolina has progressively gotten a little bit better. And, Duke has done the same. They lost one of their best players, and somehow they've continued to grow as a team and get better. But, yeah, it is unique. I think our team, UNC, you see players come in like, Walker Kessler against Florida State kind of had a coming out game. And I think, Carolina, they're young, and I knew it was going to be an up and down year. But I didn't know it was going to be this up and down. You have some big wins. I think Florida State's arguably one of the best teams in the country. And, the good thing about that win is we got down early, and then you saw them come back and win, which we haven't seen much from Carolina, much comeback wins or big-time wins against teams like that. But Duke has gotten better, and the unique thing about this rivalry is it doesn't matter what rankings are or how good the teams are. They're coming to compete during this game. And so I'm really excited. I'm always excited for this game. I don't care what the rankings say. I don't care how bad the teams are. Each team wants to win.
All right. I want to go back to something you said about Walker Kessler. We'd seen Sharp. We'd seen Brooks. We'd seen Baycott really as kind of the three-man rotation. But you mentioned Kessler, and counter to that, here's Mark Williams, who I think's really emerged nicely for Coach K the last couple of weeks playing inside for Duke. Mm-hmm. The path that these young guys have, they're going to play bigger roles on Saturday night, certainly than they did in the first meeting. Just from your perspective, what have you seen in Kessler and what have you seen in Williams in terms of their development as freshmen? I think Sharp came in with an expectation. Baycott, Brooks, older kids. Duke doesn't really have an answer in the middle early in that first meeting, and I think that's part of Saturday night is Williams and Kessler and their roles in this game.
Yeah, I think Walker Kessler has a ton of potential. I think he could be one of the best bigs Coach Williams ever coached. He's got length. He moves well for his size too, and he's got good touch. And I think for freshmen especially is sometimes it takes a little bit to get that feel, that game feel, and also get your confidence up. I mean, it's hard coming in there playing spot minutes, and then you throw COVID and being in quarantine and then trying to get that game rhythm is difficult. So I was really happy for Kessler to come out against Florida State and play like he did, because I think that's something that he's capable of doing, on a nightly basis once he gets that feel and that confidence. But Williams for Duke, I haven't seen much of him play, but I watched a little bit of the Georgia Tech. He's going to provide some rim protection, and he's a roll threat down the middle, which they didn't have last time. And, he's going to grab rebounds and get easy buckets, which is a huge deal.
Tyler, if you were playing, all right, for argument's sake, and Matthew Hurt is your headache for the night, how would you defend him?
I would contest his shot. I wouldn't give him anything easy. I don't think, I move pretty good laterally, so I would have no problem getting up in him and guarding him, aggressive.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I like
you
to
think
run
you got to
players.
body him up?
I think you got to run him, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
Wow. Not many people. I mean, he gets a lot of clean stuff, doesn't he? In terms of what they do offensively, he ends up with a lot of wide open shots. He doesn't get run much. They don't challenge. He ends up being the guy that finds the crease, it seems like, for them.
Yeah, when they played the first game, I don't think he had a bad game, but the more I watch him, I think he's comfortable. He gets good looks. He's always moving without the ball. He's a threat in the post and from the 3-point line. But usually when you have those good offensive players like that, you got to make them play defense. And so that can wear them down, by running them, putting them in pick and rolls. And, our bigs are physical, so it's tough to get down low and then bang and then, guard in the post, then run in transition and then go back and move on offense. That's difficult to do.
By the way, in your heyday, I'm going to put all your worlds together in this one question. In your heyday, who would have made the best bachelor on UNC's team?
Ooh.
Oh, no. Don't say Frazier. Do not say Frazier. Don't say Frazier.
No, it will not be Frazier. Frazier was not a ladies' man. He was not smooth. He had the moves of a school bus. Let me see here.
Are you going to say Burke? Are you going to throw Dewey out there? You going to throw Dewey under the bus?
I'm going to go Marcus Ginyard would have been a great one. And I'm going to go maybe Wes Miller. I would have loved to see those two. That would have been they would have made a great one. So, yes, Wes Miller.
You know what? I could see that question morphing into your podcast. That could be an all-timer for an all-ACC bachelor question right there.
I agree. I'm going to put a list together, and I'll put it up next podcast for you guys.
All right. That's fair enough. By the way, who would be the worst? Who would be the worst bachelor of that group?
Probably Frazier, to be honest with you. Yeah, Frazier. No question.
That's great.
By the way, I know you did a game on ACC Plus, the Northeastern game. It was your first game as an analyst. So did you give yourself a grade? Did you go back and watch the tape? What'd you think?
I didn't go back and watch the tape. It's funny because my girlfriend texted me and said, "Hey, you're putting people to sleep. Talk a little bit more, show a little more energy." And so the second half, I got more comfortable as the game went on, and I thought that was pretty funny. But no, I had a good time doing it. A lot of respect for you guys to do the games. It's much more difficult than people think, especially when somebody's talking in your ear and you're trying to explain a play or tell a story. But I had a good time doing it, so I enjoyed it.
All right, let me ask you this. So the game ends. So what was the critique from the better half at that point in time? Did you improve like North Carolina basketball this year, or was she even more difficult afterwards?
No, it was like North Carolina basketball. I got a little bit better and better. And so as the game went on, I got more comfortable and comfortable. So by the end of the game, I thought I did a good job. So I kind of patted myself on the back. And she said, "You got much better." I also had a cup of coffee at halftime. So that really helped me as well. So.
Well, happy anniversary.
Seth Greenberg. Yeah. Happy anniversary to you and Gerald Henderson. Seth Greenberg comes on this show every Monday, by the way. Anything that you'd like us to share? Would you like to send Coach Greenberg a message about the jump shot in Charlotte at the 08 tournament? Anything we need to pass along to Coach Greenberg for our Monday visit next week?
Absolutely not. That was. I'm sure he sees that way too much. I would hate to rub it in his face, but man, that was a big play. That was a big moment. Yeah.
He still has nightmares, cold chills every time he thinks about it.
He still has a nightmare.
Promise you. Well, good luck, man. I can't wait to hear the podcast. Who knew?
I appreciate it. You guys take care.
Be good.
Yep,
all right.